So I don't really know much about autism, but I do know that it's a disability. But however, they're not limited to a certain realm of thinking. Like they're still really smart. Because I've had a friend that actually had autism. And I didn't even know until people told me because he was still really, really smart. There was something off about him, but he had straight A's, and I think he had like a 4.0 in high school. So they're not limited, but it is, I believe, it's a disability.
All I know about autism is that it's a disability where you don't really know how to function socially, and that it can come on a lot of different spectrums, and it can either be really bad or it can not be that bad. Most people can function with it, and it's a brain defect for the social part of your brain.
Okay. So have you ever encountered someone that had it, and like what did you like? I don't know, like what were you thinking?
We have this one kind of this family friend, but he's really focused on dates. He's really good at memorizing dates, and so I always thought it was interesting that he had that part of his brain that was just so inept at like one specific skill. But that's all I really noticed about him that was different.
Okay, so autism it's a genetic disease that is passed down. It's recessive, I know that, and then I think it adds an extra chromosome, an extra X or Y chromosome. Are you looking at her because I'm right? Or
Just keep going.
okay. And I don't know exactly what it does. That's pretty much it. It's like what I know about it.
Autism is a disease that some people are born with, and it affects like everybody who's affected by it in a different way. My cousin has autism, and I know he just acts different, like very differently socially. It also took him 12 years to remember my name. Mostly, I think he just didn't feel like it. But he was just very particular about a lot of things, liked things certain ways, otherwise it would upset him. So it definitely affects people's like social skills and like the way they interact with others. And it's really all I know.
The thing with autism is that you have to clearly and deliberately communicate every way that you feel to that person, because they can't tell, they can't see it, they can't tell from your expression or the way you're acting like normal people can. That's what they struggle with. They struggle with empathizing and communication.
So ultimately, the people who knew another person with autism were the people that had more educated responses. You know, we had some people saying it was actually Down syndrome, and those are two completely different disorders. So there is a knowledge from some people, but they started out with, I don't know much about autism, but here's what I know. They're using their experiences with other people as best they can. Every autistic person is different, and they have specific ways of behavior. Knowing a person with autism heightens your chance of responding with more accuracy. And another thing, when people say it's a disease, it might be a mistake, but ultimately what that's saying is it's just like pneumonia or like tuberculosis or cancer, and those things are sicknesses that weaken people and can kill people. Autism is not a disease, it's a disorder. It's a neurological disorder. It's just a different way of functioning. The responses were limited by whether you've encountered an autistic person or not before. And by judging by the amount of people that responded saying they have encountered an autistic person or they know an autistic person, 4 out of the 5 did know an autistic person. And that also shows how autism is growing in the nation.